Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope every one of you is fine and that you are enjoying your learning at home. I'm sure that by now you would have watched different videos on the writing process, including the first video by Sir Farhan Bhutto, followed by three videos by me, which were on different free writing techniques. Up till now, we have covered free writing, focused free writing, and brainstorming. And today I'm going to talk about the next technique, which is called clustering or mind mapping. So let's go ahead and see what this technique is all about. Clustering, which is also known as mind mapping, is another strategy that can be used to generate material for an essay or for a paragraph. So if you have a topic for a paragraph or an essay, before writing your first draft, you can use this technique to generate ideas about it. This technique is called clustering or mind mapping. Now, this method is helpful for people who like to do their thinking in a visual way. Students, most of us think that visually, when you visualize something, it is easy for you to remember it. So, when you sort of create a map with your words, it's easy for you to remember the connections that you have between different points. Now, when you were doing your brainstorming, you were only writing a list of ideas that you had, but you were not making any connections in those of between those ideas. Whereas in this particular technique, what you will do is you will visualize your ideas on paper. And how do you do it? You will use lines, boxes, arrows, and circles to show relationships among the ideas and details that occur to you. So, if you have a topic and you have various ideas about it, we would suggest that in mind mapping technique, you sort of create a map on the paper using these different graphics, such as lines or boxes or arrows or circles. And how do you do it? You begin by stating your subject in a few words in the center of a blank sheet of paper. So take a blank sheet of paper and write your topic or write the subject of your paragraph or of your essay or whatever topic that you want to do pre-writing about. You write the topic in the center and and make a circle around it. So now you have your topic in the center of a blank sheet of paper. Then, as ideas and details start coming to you, or as you start thinking or generating ideas about the topic, you start putting them in different circles or different boxes around it. So, for example, you write the word friendship in the center, and then you start writing different aspects of friendship, or maybe different ideas that start coming to you about this topic, friendship, and you will start writing them around that one circle, and then you will start making smaller circles around it. Okay, so what, and then once you have all these circles or all these boxes around your topic, then you can draw lines to connect them to each other and to the main subject. And how are we going to do that? We'll just see in one of our samples here. Now, what you need to do is you need to put minor details or minor ideas in smaller boxes or circles and use connecting lines to show how they relate as well. So you will put all the details that occur to you and then you will connect them with the main topic in the center and also with each other. So let's see how is that happening. Here is a nice sample that we have in your book. This one you can find on page number 36. This is a sample of a mind map on the topic cellular service providers in Pakistan. Now, as you know that you have already done a brainstorming or we already had a sample of brainstorming or making a list on the same topic. When you see those ideas that this author had about cellular service providers in Pakistan, the same ideas have been written in that list in your previous pre-writing technique. Here, the author is making a mind map of the same ideas. So what this author has done is in the center, they have written the topic, which is cellular service providers in Pakistan. And around it, there are different circles of small and large size that have been connected with each other through lines. So we see that there are three major circles that are connected to this particular topic. First is many service providers, the other is mobile number portability, and the third is problems. Now, there are other different smaller details about these topics, about these three aspects of cellular service providers. So, when you say many service providers, what other ideas come to you? Availability all over the country and many different offers of services. Now, under this banner of many different offers of services, other smaller details are free services to attract users, easy to use, and affordability. Okay. Now you see there is one more circle that is connected to many service providers, which is SMS is popular among youngsters, and also mobile number portability. Now this mobile number portability is also connected to the idea of cellular service providers in Pakistan directly. And what is it? Users switching. One smaller detail for mobile number portability is users switching. The third aspect is problems. What kind of problems can occur? There are now other smaller details, which are credit loss for prepaid, poor customer service, network jam. So you see, the author has written the topic in the center, and then they have created a map on the paper that has been connected with different lines. This is how you create a mind map. When different ideas start coming to you, you will write those ideas around this topic in different smaller and bigger circles, and then you connect them with lines and arrows. Moving on, let's have a look at another sample. Remember the hazards of movie going. We have been discussing the same pre-writing of this essay. We have been discussing the same topic, I would say, in different techniques. Here is another one, a mind map on this topic. So movie going is written in the center. And what are the three major details that are that the author has? The first one is too many people, other is temptations, and third is noisy people. Now, when the author thinks about too many people, what are those problems with too many people? She has two smaller details: traffic getting to theater and line at the box office. Same goes for temptation. She has two other details, which are chocolate bars and popcorn. Remember, she cannot resist these things. Now, when it comes to noisy people, she has two different categories: teenagers and adults. When it comes to teenagers, they are yelling and they're showing off, whereas adults are telling the plot of the story and they're coughing and sneezing. There will be more, there can be more circles around it. There can be more ideas that relate to movie going and the hazards of movie going that this author believes. But this is a sample of how this mind map may be working. So, students, I would like to sort of repeat it once again, that when you are doing a mind map, you write the name of the topic or you write the topic at the center in a larger circle, and then you start making smaller circles around it, and you keep on filling in your different ideas or details that occur to you when you are doing your pre-writing. Now, after this, once you have done your pre-writing techniques, which were four that we have discussed, if you get a topic and you do a free writing, you do a focused free writing, you brainstorm about it, and then you make your mind map on this. Now it seems that you should be in a good shape to make an outline or organize all these ideas. So now I'm going to talk about organizing of all the ideas once you have sort of completed your pre-writing. How do you organize your different ideas that you have generated through pre-writing techniques? The way to do it is outlining, an organized representation of your ideas. So, outline of your paragraph or of your essay is an organized representation of your ideas. Remember, up till now, you did not have any formal organization of your ideas. You have generated many ideas, but they are not very well organized. So at this point, when you have a lot of ideas and you think you're ready to write something, you will start making an outline from it. So an outline can be of an essay or an outline can be of a paragraph. Whether you're writing a paragraph or you're writing an essay, you should always have an outline for that. Because outline is one, it is a very good way to know if you need to do more free writing or not. When you make an outline and you cannot come up with with a very strong or a solid outline, then you know that you need to do more free writing so that you may clarify your main point, or you may generate more ideas, or you may add more support to your ideas that you have already mentioned in your outline. So an outline is a roadmap for you to start your first draft. Okay, remember when you want to go to a destination and you open your Google Maps. Yes, that this is exactly like that. You should know where you're going. You should know where your first draft is going. You should know what is it that you're going to include in this paragraph or in this essay, and where exactly is that going to be included. Okay. In order to do that, you need to have a strong outline. Now, an outline of an essay may look a little different than outline of a paragraph, because a paragraph is limited and it only has one idea, whereas outline of an essay will have one thesis and it will have other supporting paragraphs as its body paragraphs. So when we once we complete discussing once we finish discussing outline of a paragraph, and once you have a good command on paragraph writing, uh, maybe later we could talk about our outline of an essay. I'm sorry. We can then talk about outline of an essay. Inshallah, once you are a part of our regular semester, we will cover that. But right now, at this stage, we're going to talk about outline of a paragraph. Let's see how does it look like, or what is the format. So, what format should you have for an outline? Well, you start with topic sentence at the beginning. This is only a format, that's why it's blank. I'm going to show you a sample later. So, how should you write your outline? You should write down the topic sentence. Then you should write your first major detail, and then your three minor details. Minor detail A, minor detail B, minor detail C. Major detail 2 and 3 supporting details for this. Likewise, major detail 3 and 3 supporting details or minor details for your third major detail. And then you will have a concluding sentence at the end. Now, here it is very important to know that you do not need to write complete sentences. In an outline, you only write phrases or words to determine the structure of your paragraph. Okay? So, what you will do is whatever points you have gathered up till now with your pre writing techniques, you will organize them in this format. You will see that which detail is major and what are its minor supporting details, and you put all of them here. Now, it is again very important to know that you don't need to have three minor details for all your major details. Okay, this number here, A, B, and C, they could be only two or they could be three. Likewise, when you have major details, it's they could be more than three also. Okay, you could have more than three reasons for saying what you're saying. So it could be four major details. And for your minor details, it's not always necessary to have three for each. You could have three for one, two for two, and two for third one. Okay, but what we need is an adequate amount of ideas that which should be able to prove what you're saying. Okay, here let's have a look at the sample. So this is the sample of an outline. The topic sentence of my paragraph is Canada is one of the best countries in the world. So now what is my main topic? Canada, right? And what is my claim? What do I believe? I believe that it's one of the best countries in the world. Now, in order to prove my point, I need some support. I need proper details, which I have to write so that my reader is convinced with what I'm saying. Here, so my first major detail is it has excellent healthcare system. And what are my minor details for this? Medical services are available at reasonable price. And my second minor detail is that the advanced medical technologies can be seen in Canada. Okay. Next is my second major detail, my second reason of why I believe that Canada is one of the best countries is high standard of education. So my first minor detail is Canada has well-trained teachers. B is state-of-the-art facilities, and C is students are encouraged to study at universities. So higher studies are encouraged. Okay, that means all these three things support my idea that high standard of education. We can see high standard of education in Canada. Likewise, my third major detail is it has beautiful cities. And how are the cities beautiful? My minor detail A is cleanliness. So the cities are clean. Minor detail B is well managed infrastructure. And minor detail C is a lot of parks and residential spaces. So from all of this, what do I conclude, or what could be my concluding sentence? It could be about Canada is a desirable place to live. So you see, I'm not writing big sentences here. What we are doing is we are writing in words or phrases that I will be then converting into proper sentences when I start writing my first draft. So, students, this is how you write an outline. Once again, let's have a look at the format of an outline. Your topic sentence, major detail 1, followed by minor details, major detail 2, followed by minor details, major detail 3, followed by its minor details, and concluding sentence. Now, once again, let me reiterate that it's not necessary to have three minor details for each major detail. You can have less than three, you can have two, or you can also have four. And when it comes to your major details, it's not necessary to have only three. You can have more than three as well. But at this stage, we strongly suggest that we follow 131 format and we go with one topic sentence. That means like one introductory sentence, three supporting details, and one concluding sentence. All right, so with this, we come to an end of discussing about mind maps and outline. Here's a little task for you on page number 36 of your English skills for class first year. Page number 36, exercise 4. Choose any one or two of the following topics and create a mind map on this. I'm sure if you have watched my previous video, you would have also done this exercise and exercise 3 on page number 35, where this table is given and the book asks you to brainstorm for 10 minutes on any one or two of the topics. Now, on the same topics, we would like you to draw your mind maps. Okay, so your topics are automobiles, family, sports, travel, education, fashion, culture, and reading. You can also make mind maps on any other topic that you like, in which you would like to generate, for which you would like to generate ideas. With that, we come to an end of this video. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something. Please try these pre-writing techniques, all four of them, and also organize them in a very strong and powerful outline so that you're ready for your first draft. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.